Hey guys, so let's go over this a little bit. I don't want to go over too much because it is a quiz and it's already a group quiz, but just to make sure that you have enough information for the tough ones. I feel like everybody should be good with question one, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip this one. If you are not, let's go over some things in class. But think about distribution. Think about how you would solve it or just solve it on your own and see what they did wrong, okay? Question number 2. I want you to notice that this is a positive linear relationship, okay? A positive linear relationship. So you shouldn't have any variable as an exponent. It should be in y equals mx plus b mode, where obviously they're using r's and m's instead of y's and x's, and that it's a positive graph. So think about that. I think you guys probably got that one already. Let me know if you have any questions. Where did we go? Question number 3. If you can solve for x and y, the graph that has the correct point of intersection for these two is going to give you the correct answer. Okay. Number 4. Let's see. I will do some of number 4. Let's see. Number 4 with you. I am going to switch over here and write this down so we can do it together. Let's see if we have 6x plus 3y equals, that's a y, sorry you guys, 9, and below in the second equation we have y equals negative 2x plus 3. Okay, and this one, it looks like it's already all set up to use substitution because it says y is equal to this right here. So if we have 6x plus 3 times, and instead of y, we're going to put in that whole other equation. So instead of y, we have negative 2x plus 3. Okay. And I think you will notice here something unusual happens, right? If we distribute this 3, we get negative 6x, and then we also get the positive and positive, 9 equals 9. Okay. And our x's cancel, and we're left here with this statement, 9 equals 9. And now what I want you to think about is, and I'm going to switch screens here, true and false statements. If our variable is gone and we just have, let's say, 3 equals 3, this is a true statement, right? Obviously, 3 is the same as 3. If we change this, if it was 7 equals 3, that is false. 7 does not equal 3, okay? So actually, I just made it a true statement, but if you were listening, I hope you understood what was going on here. What about, just to make sure, does negative 3 equal 3? Again, false. Now, just for fun, I can make this true by saying the absolute value of negative 3 is equal to the absolute value of positive 3. That's a true statement because we're looking at the magnitude and not just the number there, but we'll save that for another time. My point is, if this is a true statement, okay, if this is a true statement, then you're going to have an infinite number of solutions. If you have a false statement, then you're going to have no solution. Okay. ask me any questions about this if you need to. Let's see. Leslie, determine the systems of equation below has an infinite amount of solutions. Is she correct? So you're going to solve that and see if you get an answer. Again, you just have two equations, two unknowns. We've done this a lot. So if you get to a point where you have an answer, then you can mark which answer that is. Or if you get to a point where you have numbers, you need to think of, are these true statements or all these false statements? And then you can go back and figure out from what I just said which one is which answer. Okay? A business bought some compact cars that cost $15,000 each and some full-size cars that cost $23,000 each. Total of 20 cars were bought for $372,000. How many compact cars did the business buy? So you guys, I think the hardest part for you is going to be creating these equations, but this one seems fairly straightforward. Let's see, let's get a new page over here. Okay, so we have, I'm going to say C is compact cars. Oh, it looks terrible, you guys. I'm sorry. Compact cars. And F for full-sized cars. Okay. So the story says 20 cars were bought. So all of my C's plus all of my F's added up to be 20 cars. Okay, compact cars, it's the number of them. Okay, it's the number of those. And then if each compact car was 15,000, so I multiply that by the number, and each full-sized car was 23,000, then I multiply that by the number of full-size cars, and that'll get me the total number, $372,000. So now you have your two equations. Okay, it's probably the most straightforward to just use substitution. Like I could solve for, well, if we want to solve for compact cars, then I want to solve the first equation for F. So F equals 20 minus C. And then I rewrite the bottom equation as 15,000 C plus 23,000. Oh no, I ran out of room. 23,000 times 20 minus C equals $372,000. Okay, and then that's really easy to solve. You don't even have to do the second one because the question is only asking you for C, which is a good reminder for your SATs. You do not want to do more work than you have to because you have a limited amount of time, you guys. So don't do more work than you have to. I do want to take this time to show you a trick using matrix in the calculator. So pause this and make a calculator note, okay? First step, you go into the matrix, which is you have to hit the second button, and then you hit the matrix button, which is this one right here. Okay, and I've already entered this in here so that I didn't have to take time to do it, but second step, arrow over to edit. We want to edit our matrix to have the correct numbers. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. I put this in matrix A. I made it a 2x3 matrix because I have two equations and each equation has, let me flip back over here. If you look at these first set of equations, and it's going to be in standard form that we use this. If I separate it out kind of like this, you can see my 2x3 matrix, and those are the numbers I'm going to use. I'm going to use 1, 1, 20, and I'm going to use 15,000, 23,000, and 372,000. I don't need the actual variables, okay? So as you can see, that's what I did. Up here I have 120, 15,000. You have to make sure these match up, that 15,000 is the same as the C here, that these are both compact, that these are both full-sized, and that these are both the totals over here, okay? Now, once you have it in the matrix, you have to hit second, quit. You have to hit second, quit, and go back to the screen. I don't know why the calculator makes you do that, but it does. And then you go back into the matrix. We're going to go into the matrix 3 times. This is the second time. Oh, sorry, you guys. I thought I had paused you, but my TV had unpaused. Sorry about that. The second time you go into the matrix, you have to arrow over to math, right? And then this is the part that's going to be hard to remember, but we go all the way down to B. So we have to get through all the numbers, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then it's 0, then A, then B, R, E, F, R, ref. I don't know what it stands for. Hit enter. Okay, that'll bring it up on your main calculator screen. And then the third time we go back into the matrix, okay, and this time we hit number 1. And that's just telling the calculator we want to do whatever this is. I'll look that up maybe. We want to do this to matrix A, which is the one we edited, okay? And then if you like, you can add that extra parenthesis, enter. Okay, this is our answer. This means, remember we had compact cars first? So this means 1 compact car is equal to 11 that were sold. And this bottom line means 1 full-sized car is equal to 9, okay? So if I sold 11 compact cars, that means I sold 9 full-size cars, right? You add those up and it's 20. So the answer here, we want C, right, is going to be, and I'm not going to go far enough to give you that answer, but I think you guys got it. Okay, back to our test. Where are we now? Ooh, which systems of equations generates 2 lines that intersect at point 7, -3? You can go about this one of 2 ways. You can take 7 and -3 and enter it in to the equations, kind of like a backwards, putting the answer back in, which is also sometimes a good way to do SAT. It helps you get through it a little bit faster. I know we can look at crossing off the first one for sure, because if I have this equation is the same as this equation, but they have different answers, so that one is not going to have an actual solution. It's going to have no solution. Or you could go back through and put and solve them each to see if you get the answer. But what I think you should do is go ahead and practice using the calculator with what we were just kind of trying. This would be a great one to practice that on. And you could just put each one in there and see if it works. So you go into the matrix 3 times, right? Second matrix, and the first time you go edit, then you do that. And then remember, after you edit something, after you edit it, you have to quit out of it. Don't know why. Go back into the matrix. Okay, then you've got to find that ref. Although a trick, if you just did this, if you hit second enter on the main screen, it'll bring it up. You don't have to do this. Then the third time you go back into the matrix, right? It's just picking which matrix you want to use. Did you put your numbers in A? Did you put your numbers in B? Did you put your numbers in C? Which one did you use? Because the calculator needs to know which one to do the math on, right? So, okay, I'll leave you to that. That was question number 7. Question number 8. Okay, you guys, let's finally do one of these big ones all through together, okay? Let's see. I may have to use a couple of pages because my writing on here is not very good. So buckle up and let's do this. Let's see. Let me find my paper that has it on there. Okay. So what did I do here? You have to I think I got rid of my z's. So what I did is I took the first two, I used elimination here, you guys. I took 2x, I took the first one, minus 5y plus 6z equals negative 7. Okay, and then I wanted to, let's see, what did I do? Wanted to get rid of the z's, so I took the second equation, which was 6x minus y plus z equals 1, and I multiplied the whole thing by negative 6, okay? And you get negative 36x plus 6y minus 6z equals negative 6, okay? That's negative 6. Then when you combine these two, you get negative 34x plus 1y equals, these cancel, right? Negative 13. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let me see if I can erase some stuff here. Then I used the second two equations, and I also got rid of the z, which gave me two equations with only x and only y. So in order to get rid of the other ones, I had to multiply, just this one by 5. So I took, let's see, 6x minus y plus z equals 1, and I multiplied that by 5, and you get 30x minus 5y plus 5z equals 5. Okay, and then I just combined that with the equation below, which was negative 4x plus 3y minus 5z equals 0. Okay, so again, my z's cancel out, and what I'm left, and I'm just going to put it over here, 30x minus 4x is 26x. Negative 5y plus 3y is negative 2y equals, what, 5? 5. Okay, and now I have two equations that only have x's and y's, and now I can solve those two equations. Okay, so let's combine those after I multiply what? This top one by 2, and you get, if I multiply this top equation by 2, you get negative 68x plus 2y, that's plus 2y. Hope you guys are listening to this and not just watching it. And then 2 times negative 13 is negative 26, right? Okay, goodness. Combine these together, we get negative 41x. Your y's cancel. negative 26 plus 5 is negative 21. Then divide both sides by negative 41. Cool. And x equals positive 1/2. So you can already tell what your answer is going to be on this paper. Where do the following systems intersect? Oh, what happened? You guys can do that one. I know, I have faith in you. For number 9, and then that just leaves us with number 10. So another one of these, if you want, practice that one. I did this one. Practice that one on your calculator. So the first thing you can do is go into the matrix. I did this in B. Oops. Go into the matrix. What did I do wrong, you guys? I forgot to go over to edit. I'm editing B, and I put, so look at this first equation. 1x plus 2y minus 1z equals negative 6. Okay, so I have 1x plus 2y minus 1z equals negative 6. There's my 17, there's my negative 26, and all we want in there is the numbers, okay? Then don't forget you have to quit out of it, and I'm going to clear this out, you guys. Then go back into the matrix. You need to hit B, right? And then go back into the matrix, and you have to say which one you want it to do. So I want to RREF matrix B, because that's where the numbers are, and I'm not going to hit enter because that would give you all of the answers. Or you could practice this the long way. It's up to you. I did it both ways. It's doable. I wish you guys all of the best, and like I said, please let me know if you have any questions.